In this video, I'm going to flip through the month of July in my Erin Condren Compact Vertical Life Planner. Hi, I'm Kristen, and I post functional planning videos on my channel. If you're like me and you need a gentle reminder to just keep it simple, please make sure you're subscribed, and I'll be right back. All right, let's flip through the very first month in my brand new Compact Vertical Life Planner. This is the 7x9 size. It's new for this year. And I have previously been using a monthly for the past like 18 months for my weekly planning, and it has been a little bit of a struggle. There's been some growing pains and we're still working through it, but let's look through how I used this planner. I have already switched my cover over for August, and unfortunately there's not an August plan with me video. I said I would explain what's been going on in this video, so if you're here for that, let's get that out of the way right away. There's some like dots on my planner. Anyway, I have just been struggling. I got off of my normal routine whenever we were dealing with the hurricane and the aftermath of the hurricane and everything, and honestly, I just haven't been able to get back on it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a mental health thing. I don't know. I've just been kind of letting life happen, I guess. I've been struggling. I'm trying to get back on it. I think we're kind of moving back into it. I put a lot of pressure on myself to stick with like an upload schedule of 3 times a week. I know everybody likes long videos and I talk a lot, so whenever I film, the videos are long, and then you know, whenever I edit them, it's like, well, I'll just leave them long because people like it. And it just takes a long time, and so once I'm off schedule with that, I kind of like, I find it really hard to get back into it. And then I just, you know, I want to do it right and I want to get back into it, and so I keep, you know, I put the pressure on myself to get back up on that schedule. And in order to do that, I have to like do more in one day than I normally would, and then that just backfires. So I know this about myself, and I still try to do it every single time I get off my routine. I still try to, you know, go hard and get back on it. And this time I just hit a wall, and I just, you know, I just decided, stop it, just stop. And so I didn't have a few videos, and I just decided to not film a plan with me for this week. I did plan, I'll show you that, and I'll show you like a little sneak peek of August since I did all of that. Oh, and then I didn't even tell you the whole debacle with August. So I had tried to get back, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna film my August plan with me and then just get back into it on a normal filming schedule. So I filmed the whole thing. There was an hour and a half worth of footage, and let me tell you, it was all blurry. I don't know what happened. I looked at it, I made sure it was in focus when I sat down to film, and I don't know, when I got it into my editing software, it was all blurry. So I must have accidentally hit something or done something, and it's just not savable. And it's not something I want to upload to YouTube. My husband tried to say you should just upload it because there are people that say they like to listen to it, and obviously I'm talking, and so, you know, my voice is there, but I just think it would be overall not great for like the algorithm, for example, if I uploaded an unwatchable video. It would kind of tank and it wouldn't do good things for my channel. So I don't know. So anyway, I had planned the whole month of August with you, but I don't have a video to show for it. So anyhow, let's get into the flip through. If you hung in here with me for that, thank you. So let's look at this. So I have a sticky note here for the Big Brother schedule because I keep missing it because I keep changing the times. It's only been on for like 2 weeks, which is 6 episodes because it comes on 3 times a week. And I want to watch it like when it airs on CBS and not the next day on Paramount Plus. And so in my time zone, it's either at 7 or 8. And the first week, it was all at 8. All 3 episodes were at 8, and I was so happy. And then I looked up the times for the next week, and I wrote them down. And I know I looked it up, and then they changed it or something. I have no idea what happened, but I missed an episode because it came on at 7 instead of 8. Anyhow, so then I was like, let me look it up for all of the like the next couple of weeks, and I went to my local CBS station's website and just, you know, in case there was some kind of event or something that made it change times, and looked it up for as far into the future as they would allow me, which was only like 2 weeks, and every week it's a different schedule. So I just wrote Wednesday at 7 or 8 and Thursday at 7 or 8, and it seems like on Sunday it's always at 8. And then I wrote this wrong too, because the arena is not, the arena happens on eviction night, and I think they've moved the HOH to Sundays. Anyway, they've changed some of the structure of Big Brother. If you haven't watched it yet, I won't go into it because I don't know. I don't want to spoil anything. I don't know. Anyway, I don't even know if that's accurate, so it's there. That's just something new I added, so I figured I would explain. This was not here during the setup video, and I don't know if I showed this on a video yet, but I added my goals over here, and then this was during the mid-year refresh. They gave us a little wild card on the Cultivate What Matters blog. There was a free download for this wild card for the mid-year refresh, and I filled it out and put it here because it was just kind of like a supplement to my goals and what I want to be doing with my goals. And I will be honest and say that I didn't even look at this whenever I was picking my goals for August. And then the next thing here, where I was writing my goals for each quarter, the goals that I picked for August are not these. And so this is new for me, and so this is something I need to remember to go back and look at. And I do say this often, and I still never do it. I need like a checklist when I'm planning of the things that I need to be referencing when I'm making plans. I kind of have something like that. Let's see, the Brainstorm Your Month wild card, but half the time I forget to get that, and then I don't know. I need something. And so I think it's something that I need to make. I need to make my own little like cheat sheet for different kinds of planning. Like if I'm planning my month, here's everything I need to look at. If I'm planning my week, here's everything I need to look at. And then that way I can make sure I'm getting everything in, because as long as I've been doing this and as long as I've, been living my life, I know what things need to be done. But when I'm like sitting down and planning, especially because I'm recording it and I'm kind of like trying to think of 10 other things at the same time while I'm recording, I'm not keeping it in focus, obviously, sometimes, but you know what I mean. There's things I just forget to do. And so I wanted to include that in this video because this is where I talk about how I use my planner and everything. And I really need to have a cheat sheet or something. I can't promise I'll make a video making that. I did promise I would make a video making the Brainstorm Your Month, the wild card thing back here. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, and I don't want to say, look for that soon, because I already know what my schedule looks like as far as what videos need to go up, and I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow, at the very least, I'm definitely going to explain it in a video where I'm using it. So there's that. All right, so then this was just, this is just my no school year at a glance. So that hasn't changed. Okay, and then this, I think I'm just going to wipe this out and rewrite what I want to focus on for August, because I guess whenever I wrote that, that's what I was thinking I would focus on, and then the plans changed. And I'm learning that's another thing that I really struggle with, is sticking to the plans that I made for myself in the past. I'm more just like, it's like I can't, like when I did my quarterly refresh, I thought these are great goals. These are gonna help me stick to, you know, the overall goals that I set for myself. And then I write it down. I'm like, that's great. And then I go on with my life and never think about them again. And I guess the point is, it's got to be in here so I don't forget about it. But if I don't look at this page, I will absolutely forget about it. I need things to be in front of my face. If it's not already a habit to look at this, it's just never going to happen again. I'm never going to look at it again. So anyhow, I got to figure something out there. That's the missing piece, is having the things in front of my face, I think. So this is where I had my channel stuff. And I put a note up here that we got hit by Hurricane Beryl on July 8th and we didn't have power for 8 days. And so I obviously couldn't stick to the schedule because of that. I was highlighting the videos that posted and I didn't ever come back and highlight these. So let's do that now, just because we're here. I still like this page, and I made a new one for August, which I can't show you because I wrote things on it that are still not for public consumption. But it looks just like this. It's just yellow. And I have here, what I did was I used the stencil, the new stencil, and I used the, what is this? This monthly calendar situation. I guess it's supposed to be like a habit tracker or something. I used these as check boxes, and then they lined up pretty nicely with the lines on the Erin Condren pages for about 4. And then they kind of get off a little bit, so I could do like 4 at a time. And then I just did 5 because these are the steps in my video making process. So this is how I kind of like to keep track of where I'm at. So over here I have the date, and that's the date that I intend to have that video go live. That's the date it publishes. And then this is just like the general title of the video, basically like what the topic of the video, what it's about. And then I have my check boxes for filming, photos, editing, uploading, and then I have a last column here for blog, because I would like to write a blog post to go with each video. It's not something I say each video. I wouldn't write a blog post for like each weekly plan with me, but just the ones that have like some meat to them, you know, maybe there's a bunch of things that I linked. It might be easier to put the links in the video, in the blog post, and just photos, or like if I'm showing you how to do something, you know, that kind of thing. If there's just something that I think a blog post would give it a little bit more explanation, so that you know, you could go and look at that if you prefer like photos or just reading. Anyway, I have a column for blog post, and then just space over here for notes, which I used to note that I was going to reschedule the things that I couldn't do and all of that. And then down here at the bottom, I just have notes about different, like these are just sales and promotions for each of the things that were going on in July. There was like an Erin Condren sale, Erin Condren, another sale, the launch for the new like meal planners from Cultivate What Matters, and then the sales for like Planner Kate and Cultivate What Matters. So just like a handy little like list of things that I can reference without having to like go back into my email and like search for things. And then I do have another planner where I'm kind of planning out content, and this is just kind of like the cheat sheet of what I've planned, and I like to have that in this one. And I had intended to use this to write down like what I ended up posting each day, so that I could see like what I'm doing on paper, I guess. And I was thinking I would do like Instagram or just basically social media. I was gonna use like the dot markers to indicate like which platform I posted on each day, just as a way to keep track of it all together at once. I'm struggling. Instagram is not really working for me right now. I'm not putting any effort into it. If you're on Instagram and you follow me there, then you know I haven't really posted much. It's just another thing to keep track of, you know, to be honest. And I kind of like using the community tab here on YouTube more. As you can see, I didn't write anything here. It was a new thing that I just kind of thought I would do, and I could retroactively go back and look at my different platforms and see what I posted and write it in, except I know that I didn't. So it's just like, I thought it would give me like some incentive to want to post things, because then I could fill this out, but that didn't work. That did not do anything for my brain to incentivize me to post. So anyway, I ended up not using this for August, and I'll show you. I just took it off. I was gonna use it for meal planning for August, and then I just didn't. So anyhow, month of July. So here we have just my monthly spread. I think it looks the same as it did whenever I filmed the plan with me. The only thing is I added some things down here, I believe. This works. I do really like the dash labels. I think they help keep it looking nice and calm, and I like it, and I'm going to continue using those, and I think I actually want to get more if there are any. Yeah, so I'm glad I got those during one of the dash label sales, and I'll keep using those. And then we have the dashboard. So I liked everything that I did here with the dashboard. So if you remember, I was in the monthly planner and I didn't have this style of dashboard in the monthly planner. And so I'm happy with this one. I like this one better because in the monthly planner you have that big habit tracker at the bottom, and I always had to cover that. Well, this I didn't have to cover, and so it was much easier. I used these boxes in a similar way, where in the monthly, instead of it being like this, there's like a big one at the top, two here, and then a habit tracker. And so I'm still using them for the same information. I'm just, you know, spreading them out into different boxes. And then here I just have my Formula One schedule, which I like having this here. And then my debit card purchases is definitely something I need. I keep saying maybe I'll make a sticky note, like a printable sticky note for that, but this is working good and it gives me a reason to use that box. And then here's where I have my goals, and I did these. I just never came back and checked them off. I actually didn't do the new puzzles, but I tried to watch The Lion King in Italian, and I'm not ready for that yet. So that was kind of a fail, but I did try. But it's something that I know will be helpful when I'm more ready, and it's just, I'm not yet, so. All right, and then over here, this side I normally do a menu and stuff on, and this kind of was just a big mess and I never finished it. These are all sticky notes. These are Erin Condren, and this was something I got from Daiso. And I was gonna write my menu on here and obviously didn't. These are printouts from the Clean Mama. I did the Homekeeping Society for a month to see if I liked it, and it wasn't something I needed, but these were just printables from that, and I cut the paper apart, and this was just stuff that they suggest doing in July, and I put it here. Oh, I printed it on regular paper, and then I used my glue stick. It's a sticky note glue stick, which I don't know where I put it. I did some rearranging and now I can't find that. Well, I guess I need to get that out or I'll forget that it exists. Anyway, I just used the sticky note glue stick to kind of make it a sticky note. It's just regular printer paper. The same with this. And these were project planning sticky notes from Erin Condren. And this was the dining room, which I didn't even finish filling these out. This is done. This I still haven't started, but I'm not gonna move these over because I don't really like this. I'm learning that in a project, and everybody breaks down projects like this, but it's not for me. I think this is good for if you're like doing stuff for work, with the dates because there's deadlines and things, but like my home projects don't have deadlines. I'm just a person in my house and no one's like the queen. I guess it's the king now. The king's not coming over. And so I always used to say the queen's not coming over, and now she's gone. So anyway, that took a turn. Anyway, nobody fancy is coming over where I need to have something in my house done, and I don't know. The important dates is useless information for me. And then also I could say, well, this needs to be done by, August 1st. But I know that that's an arbitrary date in my head. Like, that doesn't mean anything to me because it's not a real deadline. I can't make up deadlines because I don't care. I know that it's made up, and so it doesn't mean anything. Anyway, I don't really like these kind of like project planning sheets, and I keep trying to use them, but they don't really work for me. All right, so then week 27, this was the week of 4th of July, which is why we have so many stickers. I had bought a lot of stickers, being excited about using the Compact Vertical. I wanted to try out new things, and new stickers are fun, but guess what? We know this, Kristen and stickers. It's just, this up here is great. These stickers are good. We like the little thin washi, or even just regular size washi. We like a couple bits of deco. We like that. This is too many stickers. It's just not necessary. For me, it's there because it's cute and not because it's functional. And I need function. So, on here it did function in a way because I did reformat this. So this is normally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this box is blank. But I wanted to make this be my to-do list, and then so I needed to redate it, and then I stacked my weekend over here, which in retrospect, stacking my weekend like this doesn't really work if there's just like Formula One and anything else going on. And this weekend I did have other things going on, and I actually could have used more space, I think. I don't know why I didn't use this, but I think I was just trying to stick within the confines of the thing I made for myself. So anyway, the very first week in my planner, I think it looks good, like in retrospect, but like using it during that week, I was kind of annoyed by it. So, and then over here, I figured out that these little dash labels fit here really perfectly to cover that little mini calendar. And I use my own mini calendar that's a printable sticky note from my Etsy shop, and so I don't need the one printed here. Mine has week numbers, which are important to me, and a Monday start, which is also important to me, so that's why I don't use the Erin Condren one. Here, I didn't do this when I set up the week, but I drew in lines here with this Erin Condren focused collection. This is from like the Sunset line, and I feel like this gray is a very perfect match for the lines in the planner. I've since moved on to using a pencil, so I don't know. I haven't really used it with the pencil that much. I don't know if it's going to smudge. We'll see. But so that was week 27. And then here we have week 28. This was much better for me as far as like the decorations and not having so much busyness here. I liked this. This is kind of the vibe I like as far as decor. And then here we just have, I didn't redate it, and I just made lists. You can see everything's crossed out, and that's because of the hurricane. I didn't end up doing any of this because of hurricane stuff. This whole week we didn't have any power, this entire week. The hurricane hit this morning, on Monday morning. Power went out around 6 a.m. and didn't come back on for till the next week. So none of this happened. And yeah, but I did like the lists. So, I mean, this isn't really that much of a representation of using my planner because I didn't actually use it. I kind of went back after this was all over and just went back and crossed out the things that didn't happen and just kind of rewrote notes about that. So Anyway, this week we still didn't have power, like when I set this up, and you can see here it's all lists. We had a lot of stuff to do this week. This was also the week of my birthday. It was just kind of like, we did end up getting power late this night. Well, not late, at 8 p.m. So that whole day we had no power. And then the next day we went back home, which I think I didn't mention, but we were able to stay with my mom this week, which was a blessing. So we went back home and then just had to clean up. So there's that. And I liked having just pen. It was much better to just write things in pen and not have to worry about making it look cute. Of course, there was no Plan With Me filmed for this either. So then I think I did get back on track here. I didn't come back and check anything off, but obviously those videos got published. So anyway, then this week I did film. I remember filming this. And I really liked this. I thought that this came out really cute. This was just using leftover stickers from a kit from the year before, which is, this was too. So these were leftover from July 2023. And I really love these colors. Obviously it's in my like logo and stuff. These two are my favorite colors. These are like my brand colors. I love this combination together. And I really liked how this turned out, because this is more like my style, as far as just very simple and just some highlighter and pen, and just, this is the vibe I need to remember. And I get so excited when new stickers come out that are cute, that I'm like, I want to use them, and then I use them and don't like using them. So it's just, you know, it's just what I do. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to change, but whatever. I don't know. This was a cleaning checklist sticky note that I don't know why I stuck there, but I just move them as the days pass, and I'll just end up, you know, covering the days I don't need anymore with the sticky notes. Basically, again, just lists. I did try to put dinners up here. I don't like figuring out dinner for the week. I like knowing what I have available to cook, but each day when it's time to make dinner, it's kind of like I still just decide each day what to make, so having the list of the food that I have available, like the groceries that I bought and the ingredients that I have for the meals I want to make, I think having just a list is much better for us. And then I can go through and just kind of do it based on what we are in the mood for, what I have the energy for, what, you know, maybe the thing I made the night before has a ton of leftovers and we need to eat that instead. So I think just having a list of meals available based on ingredients is the way to go in the future. I might mark a certain night if there's something specific I want to make on a specific day for some reason. But in general, I think just having a list is much better. Over here, I forgot to make the lines. I like the lines better. I'll keep doing the lines. I just think it looks neater and it helps me keep my handwriting neater. Over here, I covered the mini calendar with these labels. These are dash labels from Planner Kate. I just stacked 3 of them and put a little heading with an R script. And this is, I was reading these books and I just checked the one I finished. And then the next page I can't show you because it's got the August info for like my channel stuff, and there's stuff on here that I just can't show you yet. And then I said I would give you a sneak peek of August. So this is how I ended up planning August. It's very similar. I did put some thin washi from the Erin Condren monthly sticker book down here, and then I liked how that looked. I think I'm starting to like that. So now I think I like how it anchors the page. I've been doing that, and I think I will keep doing that. Even if I just do a highlighter and not a thin washi strip, I think it just helps, you know, contain everything. I don't know, visually. maybe, I don't know. Anyhow, I used this just because I thought it brought in the colors a little better, and I didn't write anything there, but this was also from the Erin Condren book. And you can see I have a lot of these dash labels now. I'm using more of them. I like them. I'm gonna keep using them. I printed out on my Cricut, I printed and then cut on my Cricut some scripts for myself for the things that happen every month. And then I did new ones for Formula One. The other ones were a little too bold and big. These are slightly too big. I didn't measure correctly, so they just kind of barely. I don't do, like, you know when you get scripts from Planner Kate, they are like, you know, the white around the word is cut out to match the word. I don't do that because I don't have the patience for that. I just use white rectangles and then print on that, and I feel like I can do that much faster than designing the fancy script. So like these here, there's one right here. Like if you get the scripts from Planner Kate, they're like good. But I just, when I'm doing them for myself, I'm not gonna go through that trouble. And something like these where I don't need a full sheet of the same thing, I'm just gonna do that myself. But I would much rather have like these from a shop because they're cuter. So that is what I did here. I did basically scripts for all of my Goal School Premium events that happen. They're either at 11 a.m. my time or 7 p.m. my time, and so I just made like, they alternate each month, and so I just made like, you know, some that say 11 and some that say 7, so that I just pick whichever one it is that month, and that's, so I have those for the rest of the year basically. So they are going to be a little too big for the rest of the year, but whatever. And then this is the dashboard. So I moved my Formula One over here to this box, which actually, we'll talk about that in a second, but I put reading over here. This is a broken down list of stuff for getting ready for back to school. These are the goals that I want to focus on this month. And this is basically the next step for those goals. So instead of like the overall goal, this is like the first step I need to take this month, so that, you know, just to make it easier and make it more comprehensible for my brain. Comprehensible, not comprehensible. I don't know, whatever. And then this is just for school and everything, just more notes I need. So on here we have Chromebook pickup that day, and then these are the notes on the times that I can go do that for my son. So over here I normally do that monthly menu plan and everything, and I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a bunch of whiteout behind these stickers. I did something and then I didn't like it. I put the washi, the black and white checkered flag washi, and like wrote on the page like the Formula One schedule. Anyway, I didn't like it, and so I whited out what showed, and then I put these stickers over it, and I think it looks cute. I like the way it saved the page basically. These are bottom box stickers from Planner Kate for Daily Duo, and they're like the older ones, so the Daily Duo has changed and now the bottom box is like bigger. So these are the A5 ones and these are the 7x9 ones, and the A5 ones are gone, but the 7x9 ones you can still get, and they come in handy for stuff like this. It's a big sticker to cover up when you make a mistake. Here I have my debit card purchases, which this was handy. It has exactly, they have 10 lines, and this one has check boxes, so that worked out perfectly. So I think for the rest of the year, for the remaining boxes I have with the check boxes, I might use those for my debit purchases, because I have to have 10 to avoid the monthly fee. And so I like to keep track of that. Formula One schedule, just some meals to remember to make this month instead of like the whole calendar. And the movie ideas, because we finished the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're all caught up. Current, we just watched the Marvels. That's like the newest one, I think. We just watched that the other day, and now we are watching X-Men movies. So there's a list of those, and I used Planner Kate school stickers from last year. I have a deco sheet left, and then this one came from the doodle sheet for September. And this is washi from Amazon, the Happy Faces, and the purple washi is from Erin Condren, the Bold Blooms collection, and then I just cut it thinner here. I added some highlighter to the page here. I like that. I like that too. I think that looks really cute. Just adding a strip of highlighter to the washi kind of helps anchor it a little bit. I don't know. I think it's cute. And I actually really liked this. It was fun to do something different. And then you've seen this plan with me, and I guess it's still part of July. I don't know. I loved the colors of these stickers, but again, using a ton of stickers didn't really do much for me. And this is the next week that I didn't film a plan with me, so that's why I'm showing it to you. I did plan, I didn't film it, and I like this much better. So there's a little bit of stickers, just functionally, just to draw attention, and the lists, and I like it. And that's what I'm gonna do, I think, going forward. And then I will add the deco at the top and maybe a strip of washi or highlighter at the bottom if necessary. Right now we have Big Brother, and so that actually would, it would be too much at the bottom. But like if there was no writing or color down here, I might add a strip of washi. Anyway, this is how the current week is looking, and I'm filming this before this week starts, so there's no check marks or anything. And then the last thing I can show you for July in this planner is my reading section back here, because I did fill this out. These are full page stickers from Planner Kate, and I have my reading log and then my book covers, and then this is just an Erin Condren sticky note. So I printed these out on my on sticker paper and cut them out with my Cricut, and I have them back here, and I'll show you basically what I did, because they're so small, and I was making those scripts anyway that I told you about. I did book covers for the ones that I read, and then I read a lot of series, so and these are all apocalypse books because that's the genre I like. I know a lot of people like romance or crime or whatever, but I'm an apocalypse girl. Give me a zombie, give me a pandemic or an EMP or a terrorist attack, and then give me a bunch of people that are like, that find each other and just have to survive in the aftermath. That's what I like. So these are the book covers. They fit over, they're very small to fit over here. So these are the ones I read in July so far. And then I wrote down the titles and the authors and the format and gave them some star ratings. And then the rest of these are just the rest of the books in those series, because I know I'll get to them and I didn't want to waste the space on the sticker paper. So they're already printed for when I need them. And then I did here, so this is the reading log that doesn't have the numbers. You can get them numbered, I guess it's like 1 through 30 or something like that. But I got the ones without the numbers, and I am just I used the dot stickers to just put the color of the month. So these were all in July. And then whenever I finish, it's the month that I finish the book. So some of them as we go might get out of order, but I think it's fun to see when I finished so that I can see, like, I don't know, the breakdown, I guess, of what month I finished them in. I don't know. It just seemed fun. So that's what I did. And then this is just a sticky note of the series, so that I can keep track, because some of them I get from the library and then some of them I get from Kindle Unlimited. And so the library ones, obviously I can't get them if they're not ready, like if I have them on hold. And so I need a way to keep track of them. And so that I just used this sticky note for that. And then this was just a sticky note for a book that I got the audiobook for, and then I decided I wanted to read the book. It's like one of the prequels to the Pillars of the Earth series, called The Evening and the Morning or something. Anyway, I got to chapter 6, so I just wrote it there in case for some reason I wanted to skip ahead. When I think I'm going to purchase the book because I love Pillars of the Earth. I own it and I want the whole series. I just have like, I read Pillars of the Earth whenever my son was born. He's 13 now, but back then I had the book. And it was the biggest, hugest book I had read at that point, I think. And he was a little baby, and you know, whenever I was nursing and everything, I would just read the book. I would just sit on the couch with him in the dark. Well, not in the dark, but with like a little book lamp, and then just read it while he nursed and fell asleep. And then we would sit there on the couch, and I would just keep reading. Anyway, it's good memories, and I want the whole series. I've read the first, or the Pillars of the Earth, and then the 2 that follow, and then there's more to the series now, and so I want to reread it, and so I want to start over with and go in order. And so I decided, instead of listening to the audiobook, I'm going to stop, and then I'm just going to purchase it. Just haven't done that yet, but anyway, long story short, that's that. And other than that, that's everything for the month of July. And anyhow, thanks for hanging in with me, even though we've had some ups and downs as far as uploading schedule goes. Hopefully I can get back on track. I'm filming right now, so I'm thinking, you know, we'll get back on track. But anyhow, that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing, because I post functional planning videos on my channel. And if you like this one, you'll probably like those ones too. And I'd love to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.